It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And this is a really special video because I'm going to be showing you some potential phases on the project in Olivenhain that we're working on right now. You don't usually get to see the befores because most clients have gardeners come in and remove all of the crap before we get here. So we're just working with a blank slate. But here's an opportunity for you to see the before. This will not necessarily be the next phase, but you know, here we go. We've got Myoporum, old Myoporum that's real sketchy and died out. Some rosemary that has seen better days. Yeah, just this slope needs a lot of work. So, you know, what I envision here will be, it's soft though, the soil's fairly soft, so having Bart from KRC come in with his tool and dig some cradles and stage some really big boulders in here, and then do big statement agaves and barrel cactus, things that naturally want to tip their faces forward since this naturally is a down slope. I think that will look very, very spectacular. Lots of attenuatas, barrels, etc. Here, you know, we have the proverbial utility boxes, and I'm always of the mind of don't try to cover these up. So they kind of have the right idea here. They've got some pebbles around them. I would want to clean all of this out and clear out all the weeds, lay down some fabric, and just keep this neat and pebbled. I think that's the way to go here. This area is gonna, we have the green light from the client to get rid of the grass. All of this lawn is gonna go. And what a fun time we're gonna have. I think what I'm gonna do, since we're gonna be getting rid of the grass, is I'll pull out this edging and open the space all the way up to the drive. We're not going to keep the delineation between spaces. It won't be necessary once the lawn is gone. Over here, I'm thinking, let's keep the rosemary. These bushes here, we might be able to do better, but they might just be looking scrubby because it's winter. But I have a feeling that they've seen better days. Maybe replace these bushes or just leave the rosemary. I like the idea of the rosemary up here. I like the neighbor's pittosporum. And this I would like to see in a dedicated cactus garden. And then the upslope, that's an extremely steep slope. So I'm not looking to mess with that at all. The client would love to have an olive tree. And I think that this area right here would be a spectacular place for said olive. So that would be my recommendation for the olive tree. Look at how good this just one boulder looks. You can imagine what it'll look like all bouldered out in here. So dedicated cactus, really, really interesting plants here. Also the challenge of these eucalyptus trees. Look at all these leaves. So I'm gonna have to think that one through too as far as top dressing. Then over here, they tried a little vignette. We've got some bird of paradise. I don't even know what this is. It's been shorn so into submission. A very anemic looking pygmy palm. This obviously could be a heck of a lot better too. And then this lawn, it goes all the way up. We'll do a pathway with flagstone all through here, right? Path, path, path. A vertical succulent wall above that bench in the entryway. Obviously, we'll do Petalanthus bracteus probably on either side of the drive. As far as these pygmy palms, up to the client. I don't hate them. I like palms. They can stay if they would like them to stay. But again, getting rid of all of the black plastic edging and just opening this up to succulent and cactus specimen. This area over here, I think that I would suggest keeping that Lugustertium hedge right there because it covers a multitude of sin on the other side of that downslope. Keeping this Pyracantha here, stunning, beautiful, and doing more cactus specific in this bed because this is a very, very hot spot in the garden. So our pathway will go all the way back here. This area I can do it. Yeah, this area here is really, really important focal point because of all of their windows. They look out from every room on the side of their house. They look out these windows to this beautiful view. So they want to get rid of all of this grass, all of the shrubs along the house, perhaps even create some pocket doors here, which would be so cool. Then as far as this downslope, you know, this is a lot. It's a lot of downslope, and I don't really want to get too heavily into it because it is so steep. So I think creating an infinity look where we just do some big boulders or statement plants right at the edge that keep the eye lifted up and not looking too far down will be the solution with that downslope. But what the eye can see, getting rid of all of the bushes and replacing with cactus and succulent. Perhaps doing a big succulent fountain here out that she can look out the kitchen window at, some statement piece. And then that will bring us back around to where we're currently working. We're going to keep the vines, get rid of the agapanthus. Again, you know, I'm flexible with the palms, up to them. But this could be prime real estate for cactus and succulent here. This lawn area is still kind of up for debate because it does get some use as a lawn with younger family members, so this might stay. But I don't hate this creeping fig that's growing at the edge here. I don't want to plant anything that's going to compete with the view. And then we work into, you know, the pool area and our succulent tapestries. The client has decided that this vine is indeed going to go, which actually makes me really happy because it is cutting off the view. Cullen and Hannah did beautiful work over here, and I would really like it to be seen and not cut in half. So I think it's going to look great to get that out of there. And this upslope all the way around the perimeter of this side of the property, not feeling these, what I believe are storm cloud, or not storm cloud, but Gracillia podocarpus. I mean, look objectively at it. They aren't providing shade. They're not providing privacy. The neighbors have got what I believe are some acacias in the back behind the fence that offer some borrowed landscape. The Myoporum and the, you know, it has seen better days. I think we could definitely do better getting rid of these trees and perhaps putting in kind of the same things that we do down in the front, on that front slope. That would be so cool to have those two areas married. Look here at what we've done with succulents. And then on the other side of the tool shed, the non-succulent area. You decide. This obviously will be all planted out in beautiful succulents when we get to that phase. This is another area where the grass may stay. And then they have this adorable little raised bed vegetable garden through the picket fence, which I just love and wouldn't dream of making any changes on. They got rid of a tree here that was problematic. They've got Melaleuca nasophilas up there, which are actually really neat. I think that the bark and the trunk and the branching is really interesting, and underplanted with some attenuata or other agaves could be really, really pretty. So we've got our work cut out for us on this property, and you will remember when we come back for phase 2 what it looked like before we started. Thanks for following. Thanks for subscribing and for sharing the videos. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity in Olivenheim, California, with your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.